Bengals wideout Tee Higgins has requested a trade out of Cincinnati, and I think he needs to join Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert in LA to form the new Triple H.
Now I am the showstopper!
How's it going today? My name is Jesse McNamer, and welcome to Point of View. Before we get into it today, I just want to say we always appreciate your feedback and look forward to reading your comments like the one we've got here. We replied to you in the comments, but this one just didn't age too well. Keep trying, you'll get one right, I'm sure, soon. Also, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this episode to see if you can guess today's trivia question down below. To today's topic, are the Chargers really going to let Justin Herbert have a rookie as his wide receiver 1 in 2024? I just see no way that happens, but with Keenan Allen traded to Chicago and Mike Williams released, that kind of seems like the plan right now. But I'm here to offer a different solution, one that's been offered up on a silver platter. Tee Higgins was franchise tagged by the Bengals, but he's looking for a long-term deal, and he's not going to get that in Cincinnati, it seems. The Chargers need to swoop in and snag Higgins, because if they don't, Herbert might be looking for a new team before his contract is over. The Chargers were relatively successful in Herbert's first 3 seasons in the NFL, winning 7 to 10 games each year. But last season, the team fell off a cliff and went just 5-12, good for last place in the AFC West. Injuries were a huge factor, but it's still not exactly the trajectory you want from a team with a 4th-year star quarterback that's still without a playoff win. Then, this offseason, the Chargers found themselves in cap hell with some of their best pieces involved. It ended with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams out the door. Now, the Chargers are left with Quentin Johnston and Josh Palmer as their top receivers. Not exactly ideal. They have the 5th pick in the draft, so they could snag Marvin Harrison Jr. or Malik Neighbors, but they need so much help across the roster that I think that pick would be better spent on an offensive lineman. Instead, the Chargers should use their 4th-round pick they got from the Bears for Keenan Allen and send it straight to Cincinnati. If they need more, they could package it with other late-round picks or just scrap it and send their 3rd-rounder. Just do whatever it takes to get Higgins in powder blue and gold for the long term. I can't see why Higgins wouldn't be excited about joining another young QB and a talented head coach. And he already knows how to play with a QB that can extend plays and get out of the pocket, which should be a huge selling point for LA. Take a look at this play from last season against the 49ers. Higgins is at the top of the screen and has a simple hook just before the 1st down marker. Burrow is buried at the line, but Higgins didn't hear a whistle. And even though the defender has all day to match up, Higgins still creates space and gets a 1st down. Not everyone has that kind of impact on an offense. But man, Higgins, Herbert, and Harbaugh, Triple H, shout out to the wrestling legend. And not unlike the original Triple H, these 3 would put on a heck of a show. Higgins is elite on contested catches, and his 6'4" frame creates mismatches all over the field. Remember this play against the Vikings from last season? It's one of the most athletic plays we saw all year. Higgins saves backup QB Jake Browning's underthrown ball and humiliates the DB for an unlikely catch along the sideline, then stretches for a score. You can't teach that. For the longest time, Keenan Allen was the big body target on the outside, and not coincidentally, he was the only Chargers receiver to exceed 600 yards in 2023. Higgins was injured for parts of last season, but in the 3 seasons prior, when he played 14 games or more, he had at least 900 yards each season. And that's without being the number 1 receiver. And that's exactly why I think Higgins would welcome LA as his destination. He's never been tasked with the number 1 receiver role. The closest he got was his rookie year, when him and Tyler Boyd were neck and neck in receptions and yards. This would give him a chance to become a premier wideout in the league while playing for a team that is doing whatever it can to build for the future. And that could include a huge extension for Higgins. So if Higgins is serious about getting out of Cincinnati and the Chargers want to do what's best for Justin Herbert, they have to get him to LA. And now that Jim Harbaugh has been given the keys to the franchise, the Chargers should be feared by the entire AFC. For more on what he can do to elevate the team into true contenders, check out our recent Point of View. And the moment you've been waiting for, here's the answer to today's trivia question. We appreciate you tuning into this episode of Point of View, and we will see you in the next one.